That's a lot of commandos. It sure is. So, yeah, game crashed. They did not fix guns up. But I think only the defense wave has this problem. Let's have a quick, who else is there? East Pack. Return to Norfolk Air Base. The Ronald Reagan. If you guys are here because of the carrier locations, I can go by it one more time. The Nimitz is in dry dock. The Eisenhower is in the shipyard. The Vinson is in Hawaii. The Theodore Roosevelt is on standby. The Abraham Lincoln has final evaluation problems. That means they're testing. Is that a new one? CVW-7. I never saw the Abraham Lincoln in any kind of documentary. It has moved from Norfolk Naval Base to training availability. So right now it's off the coast of Virginia. Um, 9,000, right? So the game crashed on a defense wave. And I was playing for 1 hour. Just over 1 hour. Currently I was explaining carrier deployments. Again, Nimitz is in dry dock. Eisenhower is in Naval Shipyard. Carl Vinson is doing East Pack or Rim Pack exercises. Theodore Roosevelt is somewhere, and it's in San Diego. Yeah, 6 month planned incremental availability. So the Theodore Roosevelt is on standby. The Abraham Lincoln is in its final testing. They call that a shakedown. The George Washington is in dry dock. The John C. Stennis is in San Diego after an exercise. The Harry S. Truman is in Norfolk, Virginia, I think, yeah. So it's in home port. The Ronald Reagan was in Japan, but they had to depart Yokosuka to evade a typhoon called Shan. Okay, sure. The George H.W. Bush, that's the good Bush. There's also a bad Bush. Moved from Norfolk and is doing carrier qualifications. So it's on a shakedown, it's on a test. Then the Gerald Ford moved to Newport News Shipbuilding to begin a post-shakedown availability. So the Gerald R. Ford ended the shakedown, ended the testing. The John F. Kennedy, which is new, that's interesting. Has been commissioned. No information about the whereabouts. The CVN-80 Enterprise is commissioned and is... Oh. Okay, they're launching that one in 2023 and it'll replace the Nimitz. Then we have a couple of retired ones, which probably, they call that a ghost fleet. Maybe the ghost fleet is able to get back. Hey, hang on. I'm still able to check out the chat on. Maybe I got in fast enough, so I'm still using the old link for streaming. Let's go check the other link and compare. I'm now in the current stream. Yeah, okay, so if I'm quick enough, I just keep the old stream link. Cool. So for you, I suppose, Rio, it just stopped for 10 seconds and then started again on the loading screen? That would be awesome. Because I would lose all the viewers. Hey, what is that? There's something I should do here, right? This is too easy for them to destroy. Alright, get back to the chat. Yeah, they didn't fix... I think there's gonna be a new... They should make a guns up too. A second guns up. And then make it with modern weapons and tanks. Man, you've been to the US 5 times? I would definitely go there. While it's still a free country. I'm just kidding. Traveling is fun if you do it right. Let's see. I've been to Belgium. I've been to Sweden. I've been to Britain. I've been to Germany. I've been to France. I've been to Switzerland. I've been to Spain. I've been to Tunisia. I still want to go to Hungary. I would like to visit New York and San Francisco. I would like to go to Dubai one time. I want to go to Tokyo. But I don't want to go alone. I'd have to have like a girlfriend. I'll get a new girlfriend. Maybe she likes to travel. What I really want is to go on tour. To do a tour in Germany, Holland and Belgium. Just play my music. In like small little clubs where there's only like 200-300 people. So I was looking at, yeah, I bet it was good. I'm looking at current carrier locations that are retired. For instance, the Kitty Hawk has been retired. Where is it? Is it now a museum, but is it on standby? No. The Kitty Hawk was decommissioned. So they took it out. Constellation was decommissioned, Enterprise decommissioned, John F. Kennedy decommissioned. So I don't really trust this website because I'm pretty sure there must be a carrier in the Indian Ocean. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to figure out a way. Hey, here we go. Click here for instruction how to disable your ad blocker. That's my ad blocker. Don't block any ads on this page. And I'm in. I'm also getting really tired of accepting cookies. I'm gonna use a plugin on my browser called Cookies OK. You'll never have to click on the cookies again, and it will automatically accept cookies. Where are the carriers? See, that's much better. The CV, the carrier Lincoln, is in Westpac, as is the Constellation. They're doing exercises and are in the command of Westpac. The Truman and the Roosevelt are in the Mediterranean. Those are locations where they could possibly strike Syria, maybe even Iran. The Vincent and Nimitz are in Westpac, so they're in the west, probably more near Hawaii and the South China Sea. The Enterprise and the Washington are in the Mediterranean. That's a fast deployment towards Iran. Maybe they're checking out the Syrian problem. Stennis is in Westpac. The Kennedy is in the Mediterranean. The Truman is in the Mediterranean. The Roosevelt is in the Mediterranean. The Enterprise and the Eisenhower are in the Mediterranean. They're probably part of what's called a quick there's a certain part of the military that's always in the hotspot. What is it again? They used to call that in the English. What is that? Expeditionary Force, exactly. 7 hours with an airplane. Okay, wow. Oh, that's good. I missed the Concorde. That was really a great plane. And I don't understand why they decommissioned that. There was an accident with the Concorde, but that was because of foreign debris. They, hang on, Kravens, let's get this happening. Concorde was sweet. Minutes. Quick headlines. Price of gold is tumbling. The Turks are threatening their central banks with jail. Imagine that. Imagine if the central bank in your country, you're trying to put them in jail because Turkey's not doing so well at the moment. They have a lot of problems. I worry about Turkey sometimes. It was such a great country, and now it's way too religious for my taste. I've had some Turkish friends. They're pretty awesome. They really are. But yeah, they're threatening the bankers with jail. Now they put them in jail. They should have put them in jail a lot earlier. I don't care for bankers much. There's a diplomatic problem between Saudi Arabia and Canada. Canada, the nicest country in the entire world. They said, "Hey, Saudi Arabia, stop torturing your journalists." And Saudi Arabia responded by showing a picture of an airplane flying into a tower. Now, this is not a good thing to do. You don't want to do that. People are associating that with September 11th. And the last thing you want to do is associate with 9/11 if you're Saudi Arabia. Because you have a 15 out of 19 chance that it was Saudi Arabia. 15 of the 19 hijackers. People still contest this. People say that was a drone. And there's some evidence for that. I don't want to go on an entire 9/11 rant and say that Bush did it, but you can strap on a GPS to a jet and do it. But yeah, that's too easy of a conspiracy. I'm pretty sure it was Bin Laden. Bin Laden's son is now marrying the daughter of one of the hijackers. He was the mastermind of the hijackers. After this, I'll just stop about it. It's called Mohammed Atta. His daughter is marrying Bin Laden's son, and he wants revenge for killing Bin Laden. Things are afoot, but it's not that interesting, and it's a long time ago. It's pretty obvious we have problems in Syria, but all of the rebels have now been transported to the border with Turkey. Everybody who wanted to fight, even ISIS, are now in a small part of the country where the government can sandwich them between Syria and the Turks. That's why we need Turkey and NATO. But the entire problem is because of a pastor, a religious guy, who they suspect of spying, and they put him in jail. And now Trump is saying we got to release this guy, or else. He wants to try the same tactic he did with Kim Jong-un with North Korea. First he's like, oh, we're gonna bomb the shit out of you, and then after that, okay, let's make a deal. Trump is such a character, man. That's why I think we're living in a simulation. Where some kids like in the basement, I'm bored. I'm bored with this ancestor simulations. What can I do? Okay, let's drop a couple of atomic bombs. Well, that didn't do a lot. Hey, I could make Trump the president. Let's see what happens. I myself am neutral on the matter. I don't like or dislike President Donald J. Trump. I think he's a comedian. I think he's just a show. He does stuff for show. For show. So, maybe I should fix that wall. No. Okay, Turkey, gold, stocks, blah, blah, blah. Alright, so the problem with the money in Turkey is starting to be disappearing. He's going to release him. The Turks are going to release the pastor. I just read this. This is breaking news. U.S. Embassy official in Ankara says does not put out statement regarding U.S. Pastor Brunson. Unconfirmed reports say that U.S. Pastor Brunson is to be released from house arrest by August 15. So he'll be free in a couple of days. Cool. Not been confirmed. A denial will likely prompt reversing the entire move in the currency, although for now there's a sense that at least a modest de-escalation in the US-Turkey diplomatic relations could be on that. That's what you can say, man. Trump is a is good on negotiating. Reminds me of myself when somebody wanted me to do a feature on their record. So it was, I'm not going to say his name, but it was blah 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 featuring Dr. Kravens. And then he started making demands. He was like, yeah, but you got to do it like this. And I said, okay, let's not do it. Okay, we can do it like the way you want to do it. And a week later he was like, hey, we got to do it like this. And I went like, okay, then let's just not do it. Because I got to be comfortable, man, with doing what I need to do. I'm not going to wear a dress. Although on a bet, I think I earned it's about $20 in European currency. I wore a dress and makeup to school all day. I still laugh about that. It was on a bet. Somebody bet me 20 that I wouldn't do it. I said, you just watch. I came to high school in a dress and makeup. That was hilarious. I think I was about 15 years old. Some weird stuff. Yeah, I did some crazy shit in my life. It's good, man. There's only one mortal sin in life, and that is if you become boring. Never become boring. You're wasting air and gravity. China. China has a little problem. There's a thing called P2P lending. So the first instance of that was like you could share songs in P2P. Obviously, you know what it is. It's peer-to-peer. But there are like 3,000 banks in China that have also decided, okay, we don't want a middleman anymore. I'll just lend you the money directly. That is turned into a problem because the Chinese cannot pay their peer-to-peer loans. That means that these Chinese people are losing a lot of their money. This makes people revolt. They'll go onto the streets because it's something they don't like. Now, if there's one place in the entire world where you should not demonstrate or protest, it's China. So they organized the protest on social media and Twitter and Facebook or whatever they still do there. So, okay, we're going to be in that location tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Let's all go there and protest. Well, the cops were waiting and they put them all in buses and now they have to go to so-called re-education camps, which is a nice word for saying concentration camps. But yeah, China has so many people. If they revolt, then yeah, basically it's over. Germany's economic minister calls on Europe to defy Trump's Iran sanctions. No, we have to stick with Trump. If I have to choose between the empire of the Americans and the theocracy of the Iranians, which is not just an Islamic democracy, theocracy, rule of the church, it is a sect of those Muslims. There are the Muslims that are against all the Sunni Muslims, and the Sunni Muslims have always been our ally ever since the First World War, and we defeated the Ottoman Empire, which is now Turkey. The Sunnis have been our allies. So, sorry, we cannot help you, Iran. You're just going to have to suck it up. British police report 2.5 million losses in crypto-related scams this summer. Somebody, or a lot of people, broke into some people's Bitcoin wallet and took out 2.5 million. I don't even remember my Bitcoin wallet, and there's probably nothing in it. Is the Swedish government funding anti-Semitism? Probably. Turkish media exposes the American empire and its media, yeah. But because the entire history of the world has always been on one side the empire and on the other side something totalitarian. So it was the empire versus fascism, the empire versus communism, the empire versus ISIS. There's always something totalitarian. The empire is a lot of cultures inside one empire, and totalitarian means everybody has to act, look, pray the same. I will always stand by the empire against totalitarian regimes. They need to go. They need to get the fuck out of there. Cool. Let's go back to the guns up. Pay attention here. So it's cool if I get back on the stream in within 10 seconds and use the same title, I'm good. But they didn't fix it, fortunately. What can I do? Yeah, bring some ammo. The Berserk, I don't know, it's good, but then they sometimes move too fast. Hang on. I'm gonna do a mission. What are the missions? I still have to do that. This is the mission I'm gonna do. 101 enemy units of paratroopers. For that, I need a strong 1 scholar. Strong 1 scholar. You. Ooh. Yeah. Alright. Paratroopers. Ooh, glitchy game. Move out. Let's do a refresh on the channel. Yeah, I'm still streaming. I'm still live. Pretty good. I'll remember that. Right. Put a couple of these guys in. Any barrels? Nah. I want to rapid deploy on these guys. Hurry. Yeah, it's the 101st Airborne. Let's turn down the volume a bit. So I finished watching The Americans, 5 seasons. That's 75 episodes. I watched 75 episodes of that show in about a month. And they still left with a cliffhanger. I still don't know if it's ever going to be over. I'm thirsty. So I must have made a dent into that mission. I should go back to a strong 2 scholar, make some XP happen. Bang bang. Let's see if I'm on dead air. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna close the broadcast. I want to thank you for watching. This is the part of the show where I'm a YouTuber and start my sentences like this and end them like this.